how to invest in your skill sets, how to invest in general. Okay, Alex Hormozi says that you shouldn't be investing in the S&P, you should be investing in the S&Me. Okay, yourself. You need to invest in you. Now, what does that mean? So if you have $1,000, all rich people say this. Okay, this is not just, a random thought that comes from a random YouTuber. Everyone says this. You want to get good at something. You want to have some value to offer to the marketplace. And that means that you have a skill, right? The difference between someone that has a skill and someone that does not have a skill is utility. When you have a skill, you're useful. When you don't have a skill, that means you're just sitting around sucking energy from people and you're useless, right? So the most important thing that you can do in order for you to become valuable in the marketplace, because your net worth is your network, your network is your net worth, right? Your network is based off of your skill set. If you have utility for them, are you useful in their lives? Because if you're not useful, they're gone. Have you noticed? So you want to increase your utility because that's going to revolutionize every aspect of your life. You become useful, you're now going to improve your financials, okay? And people that are rich only want to spend time with rich people, makes sense, okay? And then you also want to have good relationships with people, meaning people skills. People that have people skills are kind of tired of working with people that don't have people skills, so they prefer to work and spend time with people that do. So as a result, that's a skill set, right? Financial skills, people skills, all of this is skills. And exercise skills, eating healthy skills, everything in life is a skill. And if you are developing your skills and investing in you, you become more attractive. Not just to a potential spouse or the father of your future wife or wives, whatever, but you become valuable to everyone. The more power you develop in life, the more abundance you have from a perspective of people need you. So if people need you, you now have options. And you are very careful with your time and you say no to a lot of things so that you can say yes to the things that you actually want to do, right? So as a result, you now want to become more useful. How do you go about doing that? There's a very powerful video put out by Dan Martell, and he explained this one. This is how you invest in your skill set. And I thought that was very powerful. Now they're in reverse order in terms of the value, but also, reverse order when it comes to how much it costs, right? The more valuable something is, the more you have to exchange in order for you to actually receive that value. Makes perfect sense. So let's start from the bottom and go to the top. The most effective way to increase your skill set is to talk to someone who already has that skill. Now, the more skilled that person is, the faster you will learn. The more skilled the person is, the faster you will learn. And the reason why is because the people that are the most skilled are the ones that have been teaching it. You learn the fastest when you teach something. So you're doing the activity and then you come to the point where you now have other people asking you about that activity and then you explain to them that activity and then you come up with nuances because the people that you're explaining it to, they feel kind of, not as smart because you forgot that you also once upon a time were in their shoes not being that smart, right? So you now are figuring out, oh shoot, he needs to do it this way and it needs to be coming from that angle. And now you're learning to see your activity from all angles when you teach it to multiple personalities and different types of people. That is powerful because your skill set now has come to a different level because you're able to teach it. So that is so valuable that you must be willing to pay for that. Now, if you can't pay for that, that's completely fine. Just understand that your growth spurt is going to be slower, okay? The more you're willing to invest, as long as it is in the right people. You need to make sure that you do your market research before you invest into one-on-one coaching, because that could be very costly if you do it with the wrong person that led you astray, or that didn't actually have the skill that you needed. Like, it becomes what's it called? A rerouting situation, right? You want to do your market research and know that guy knows, and I know he knows, and I know that he's going to work with me personally. Okay, that's a different story. That should be highly paid for, and that will give you the fast results when it comes to developing your skill sets in that specific thing that you need to learn and need to know. And you need to know that that is the actual thing that you need to know, right? Because there's a lot of skill sets that you can invest in, and you need to have a priority list of which skills are the most important in your life right now. And to be honest, a coach would actually be able to help you know which thing that is, because most people don't know. And so as a result, they prioritize everything. And when you prioritize everything, you get nothing done. So that's the one-on-one coaching. Number 2, okay, we're doing this reverse order, remember, is group coaching, where you have one dude that actually knows a lot about the situation and about that skill, and then he teaches a lot of people, okay? Now, the bigger the group, the more likely that person actually knows what he's talking about, right? Depending upon if it's paid or free, right? If it's a big group and it's paid, holy crap, that person knows a lot, right? Because how can he scam these many people? Now, obviously, this is after you've done all the market research and making sure that you are, like, because me personally, I joined this group coaching thing one time. I thought I was going to have like 4 dudes that were going to one-on-one coach me, and like me going into a mastermind group, and it's just me in one classroom, and I'm listening to these 4 dudes teach me how to run my business. That would have been fire. And I paid a lot for that course, and guess what? It wasn't like that at all. So I was heavily disappointed. I should have known better, but I don't, because when you try something out, you don't know what you're doing. So I ended up being part of this group coaching thing. So I'm mentioning it because there was a lot of people in that thing, and I felt scammed. I gotta be honest. So you need to know that the thing that you're joining is really good, preferably before you join it. Now, some people don't want to take in people before they're willing to invest the money, and that is understandable if it's a very, very high ticket thing. But the target market that I'm talking to are not the people that have $5,000 to invest in a group coaching program like that. I personally would never recommend an inexperienced dude or someone who is just starting out in business, which is most people that I want to communicate with, because you guys need help. Like, you shouldn't be investing in that. You should try out a community first, in either a free trial or a free community. Free communities very often aren't the best because they're free. You get what you pay for. But something that has free trial and allows you to get to know people, and then you do everything you can to extract tons of value from that free trial as possible, so that within that free trial, you know that this is the group you want to be with long term. And if you figure that out, then that money invested on a monthly basis, if that is what it is totally worth it. Now, hint, hint, OnTrack is a fantastic community, which is previously Men of High Value. OnTrack will take care of you, okay, in terms of helping you to invest in your skill set. Next is events. Now, events is usually going to be in the form of networking. Now, you need to go to events with the understanding that if you don't have a goal going into this event, you're probably not going to get much out of it. So one time, one of my clients was going to an event, and I was like, how many rich people are you going to be talking to? You need to get one number at least, right? You should preferably get 20, because when people go to events, they actually go there to network, believe it or not. And so as a result, you should be able to talk to a lot of people. If you go to an event and you're an introvert and you don't talk to anyone, you've basically wasted the time there. You might have gotten one idea or thought from the stage. Bro, you could have got that from somewhere else, man. Like, literally, like, you could have got that from a virtual setting from someone else, most probably. But the networking that you get at events, that's the thing that's difficult to get anywhere else, because you're in person, in real life, right in front of them, and you can more easily figure out who you're, buddy with and who you're not. Like, in real life connections are the most powerful connections. In my 6 modes of communication, it comes at the very, very top. There's nothing else that beats it. You want to be in real life. So if there's no events in your local area, create one maybe, right? And if I personally don't like to go to events at this point in time, because I want to do it when, I can like spend a lot for going to these events, when I also have something to offer for the rich people that I meet there, or for people that, want my services as well. I can talk to anyone and be like, this is what I do. At this point in time, we're like at the exponential growth phase of the On-Track business, where we're going to build that out in 2025. And so events is not really top of my priority. And it might not be for you as well. And that's why one-on-one coaching might help you to decide that. But if you can't afford group coaching and one-on-one coaching, and you have a free event locally, then go to it, because you'll meet people and get some thoughts and ideas. All right, so online courses, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, you have multiple places where you can take courses. Even Harvard and Stanford and Oxford and like a lot of universities have free courses that you can take. Now, they're probably not going to be that good, but it's better than nothing, right? And you have the online courses of YouTube, where you can be very specific about a skill set that you want to learn. All information is on YouTube, but it's extremely disorganized. And no matter how good the algorithm and the SEO is of YouTube, you're probably not going to find a thing that you need. And also, you don't know what you need very often. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what the next step is. And multiple people are going to tell you different things, which causes you to not, you'll be confused. When you're confused, you don't do anything. So the key is clarity. And that's why you get what you pay for, because very often it's free. Well, if you pay for an online course, it's organized and you're getting the information from someone that has put, hopefully, their heart and soul in trying to clarify a subject or a skill for you so that you can invest in it. Now, lastly, and this is an interesting one, because I have been telling people for several years that books are a waste of time, but it's partly true, okay? Books are a waste of time if you have a one-on-one coach and group coaching to tell you what to do. And the reason why is because that is a book. Now, how much are you delved into that book? If you're not delving into the book, you're of Know Thyself, right? That you will get from a one-on-one coach, or from a group coaching, or from an event, which is basically group coaching. Like, if you're not getting that, you have to read books. There's no exception to the rule. Leaders are readers, unless you're being led already by an amazing leader that's better than you in the skill that you want to invest in. But if you're not there yet and you've got absolutely no money whatsoever, then the key is free communities and reading books that cost $10, right? Or getting Audible, or getting like the Scribd subscription, like SCRIBD. Very often they have the book that you're looking for. And you can subscribe for $10 a month or something like that. And you have access to all of these books for as long as you want. So if you are an avid reader and you can't afford anything, like you can afford $10, no matter where you are in the world, to actually learn from the people that have put all of their, heart, might, mind, and soul into clarifying a skill set for you, so you understand more and can create more value for other people outside. All right. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next.